presentation is basically going to talk about what it takes to get approved as an entrepreneur. So substantial contribution to the economy of Hong Kong essentially boils down to what I've called the 3 pillars of approval, or the 3 legs of the approvability stool. Firstly, you need to show that your business has a clear pathway to the creation of local employment opportunities. If you believe that you're only ever going to be a one-man business, the likelihood of you getting approved is very low. Because remember, the test for approval is substantial contribution to the economy of Hong Kong. It isn't substantial contribution to the economy of the individual applicant. So, got to have local jobs in your plan. Secondly, you need to show to the Immigration Department that you've got a properly set up office. So if your intention is to run this business from your kitchen table or your spare bedroom, that's not going to work. That's not a properly set up office, because your employees have to have somewhere conceptually to report to work to each day. However, the good news is you can come to O-Connect or Centre O in Wan Chai, and you can access these facilities or others like them. And normally, if the paperwork is in order and it's for the right length of time, the Immigration Department are more than happy to accept these types of resources as being suitable for your business premises purposes. And then thirdly, the Immigration Department are looking to see that you've got resources. Funding resources on the one hand and non-funding resources on the other. As a rule of thumb, but it all depends on the plan, as a rule of thumb, given that it takes the Immigration Department 4 to 6 months to finalise these applications, if you can show to the Immigration Department that on the day that you file your application, you've got $1 million Hong Kong dollars available to your business, and by the time they are ready to finalise your application, as I say, 4 to 6 months later, you've got $500,000 Hong Kong dollars or more left of it, and in the meantime, what you've done is you've used your assets, your resources to be able to, seed the business and create the new facts on the ground that the Immigration Department are looking for to be persuaded that you can make a substantial contribution to the economy of Hong Kong. If you've got that kind of funding available to you and you have that kind of investment profile, essentially you can sleep well at night when you put your head on the pillow knowing that you're going to get approved, or you're not going to get denied as a result of you not having the necessary funding available to you. Now, you may hear stories about this person did it and he had this much, and that person had this much, and that was enough, and what have you. And my response to that is always, well, no 2 immigration applications are ever alike, and you can't realistically expect to learn anything definitive from one person's experience of their application and expect that that's going to translate into a similar experience for you. So those are the funding resources. Now, the non-funding resources that are required are typically all the kinds of things that you have at play and present in your opportunity that's driving you to make this investment decision in Hong Kong in the first place. So it might be that you've got some IP that has proven successful somewhere else and you're going to be deploying it in Hong Kong. It might be that you've got a minimal viable product and you're just now going to begin to take this to market. You're going to commercialize it. It might be that you've got some work in progress, or you've got some blue chip clients, or you've got essentially enough going on in a nascent way in your business so that the Immigration Department can see that essentially you've got the genesis of a sustainable business. So if you go to the Immigration Department and say, I just want to do this, and you can't demonstrate that you've clearly got an opportunity to be able to sell that product or develop that technology or whatever it is that represents your so-called investment in Hong Kong. If you can't persuade the Immigration Department that you've got the resources that will lead to the business going on to be sustainable, then it doesn't matter whether you've got the money or whether you're going to create jobs or otherwise. They don't want to approve applications that basically look like they're a punt. So these are what I call the 3 legs of the approvability stool. Sort of injected into that, of course, is you need to have a good story. So I've talked about how much money. Really between $500,000 and $1 million Hong Kong dollars. You can normally tick that box.